Hi everyone, this is Jen from Usborne Books and More. I'm going to share with you really quick my family's favorite story time picture book type books. These are just a few of our favorites. There's so many. I had such a hard time narrowing this list down, but we're going to start with Nibbles. Nibbles is a crowd pleaser. Everyone loves Nibbles. This is such a funny, delightful book. My kids pick it out on a really regular, almost daily basis to read Nibbles. We can quote most of the way through it now. So Nibbles is this little monster who is just really mischievous and naughty, and he eats his way through all of these storybooks. So here he is. He's chewed his way into the book of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And he's causing all sorts of mischief in the story. He works his way in, he wheedles his way into other people's stories and just makes them silly and all mixed up. So at the end of the book, you have to help capture Nibbles and put him back into his crate so he can't cause any more trouble, right? Except for that then he chews his way back out of the back cover again at the end. So this is such a delightful, fun book. Kids just absolutely love Nibbles. It's $16.99. Then we have Anne of Green Gables. This is our abridged version, a really simple introduction to the character of Anne that we all love. They do a beautiful job capturing the spirit of that fiery little redhead that we grew up with and just adore. As you can see, the illustrations are just beautiful watercolor with not very much text. It's very simplified, but they really do, even in such a simplified version, do a beautiful job of capturing Anne's personality and just the loveliness of these books. So a wonderful, wonderful introduction to Anne of Green Gables. Has this really nice, sturdy, kind of soft, squishy cover too that's really, really great and gonna hold up well. $9.99 for that. Then we have You Choose. This book is so cool, you guys. We just got it for my son for Christmas, and I wish we'd had it sooner because it is just really, really neat. So, starts off for, the first page, I missed it. If you could go anywhere, where would you go? And I don't know if you can see just the absolute amount of detail there is in this. All of the options kids have to think and talk about and explore, everything from outer space to high mountains to a big city. Here you have a carnival with roller coasters and an island. And then over here we have a volcano with, there's even some little dinosaurs down here somewhere. And rainforest with waterfalls. I mean, there's so many things to talk about, and you can talk about all the adventures to go on with kids. You would have them choose who they would like for their family and friends. You can talk about why. So many fun conversations. What kind of home would you live in? What would you put in it? So each page is just full of wacky and interesting things to look at and choose what they would like to do. It has everything from what would you wear, what job would you take, what job would you have, what would you do for fun. So that's You Choose. Such a cool book, and I mean, you just read it over and over again and choose something different each time. So it's just such a cool interactive book. $12.99 for You Choose. All right, then we have Ted and Friends. This is a great book. This is one of our phonics reader compilations. This book is $19.99, and it has a whole bunch of phonics readers in it. As you can see, it also comes with a CD. All of these are on the CD being read aloud, so that's really great for when you're in the car. These are our typical and wonderful phonics words. So fat cat on a mat. These are great. It has the same characters through all of the stories. They're illustrated by Stephen Cartwright, who does these really sweet and cutesy illustrations, and he hides this little duck on every page, so that makes it really, really fun. This book has fold-out flaps. If I can get it to fold out flaps, which kids always love. So really, really a cool book. Great for beginning readers, and also just great as a fun storybook before they're actually reading themselves. So $19.99 for Ted and Friends. And I would be remiss to talk about storybooks without showing you one of Usborne's illustrated books. This is Stories from Aesop. These are wonderful. I love all of them. If I had to pick a favorite series from Usborne, it would be the Usborne Illustrated series. So you can see how much is in this book. That's just the table of contents right there, 2 full pages. Lots of short stories in Aesop. It's the typical stories. You can see they're very simple illustrations. Some pages don't have much at all. They're a great transition for kids becoming less dependent on pictures and doing more and just engaging with what they're hearing and listening to. Aesop in particular is wonderful. They all have morals. You can talk about and learn a lot from Aesop's. And there are a ton of these. Everything's from illustrated Dickens and Shakespeare, which are really cool for older kids with a little bit more mature content. Really, really neat. There's Greek fables and Norse myths, and there are a lot of our illustrated classics with the Three Musketeers and Count of Monte Cristo. There's one that has the classic Heidi story in it. So much to love and so much to see and check out. Go check it out online. Thanks for watching.